Good evening, Free Enterprise, and welcome to another Swiss match in round 5. Tonight we've got McBain versus Sylverfyre. Both runners being at 2-2, fighting to stay alive in this Lali-Ho league. I'm joined in the booth tonight by Neon Gray. How you doing tonight?
Not bad, not bad. Really excited to see this race tonight. These 2-2 flag bracket range, win range, point range. We have some killer matches in here. Because here is where you have the people who this is their chance to keep going. And I think today, we are in for a complete banger of a race.
Yeah, and just looking at these objectives, we're talking about notes on the Lali-Ho. Wait a minute. Sharks in 5, too many sharks. There's a lot of sharks in Free Enterprise, Neon.
Well, we know there's only one lobster, and she's commentating another race right now, so.
Yeah, we got a spicy one looking. We got a Sid start. And our 2 random objectives are 2 boss hunts. We're going to be looking for Octomom and Baigan.
Yeah, that is really exciting. Like, Sid is... I don't personally love him long term, but as a starter character, he cannot be beat. Like, he can get you off the ground more easily than almost any other character. And, oh boy, those objectives. We're looking at a defeat Octomom and a defeat Baigan, which... oh boy, neither of those are bosses that you really want to run into in a difficult spot. So please, let's hope for that Baigan to be at Ogopogo, that Octomom to be at, Leviathan or Crystal or one of those nasty spots.
I personally want them both to be in the Giant.
Oh,
both of them, back to back. Let's go Baigan in the Element spot and Octomammoth in the CPU spot.
Yeah, that I think is by far the worst combination. Because, like, an Octomam in that Element spot, you could cheese that easy. Baigan is a slog.
Yep, and as always with the Lali-Ho League, we have our standard 3 objectives: completing Cave Magnus. That means we need a Twin Harp. Having Coco Forge Legend Sword with the Adamant, it's kind of self-explanatory. You need 2 items to get that Excalibur, and trading away the Pink Tail. And one thing that's not always remembered is that you need a hook to trade in that Pink Tail. So sometimes you get real excited getting it, and you say, I don't have a hook.
Yep, absolutely. That can be a huge game changer, that hook bottleneck. And of course that harp turn-in, that takes a long time, that check. And of course, as with all races of this flag set, there are 5 objectives. We only need to complete 4, and they are off.
Who are we going to get to start off with this with the engineer we also love?
Oh. Interesting.
Okay, I like ooh, a legend start. I like Sid because of the dwarf kit that we get, but that kit only comes with 1 dwarf axe and 1 strength ring.
It really makes me wonder with our Sineki flag, which swaps out their initial kit, which for Sid is one of the worst of the game, with a single low-tier weapon. Sid is one of those characters who is always improved by Neki, barring weird corner cases like a short bow and iron arrows. So this could be very, very good. This could be an extremely strong start. We're going to see, Charm and a great bow. That is fantastic.
That is a great start for Sid here. That's huge.
Yeah, McBain taking those Charm arrows and immediately diving Eblan. I've seen a few people take the early Eblan dive to a win. There's some really good loot here, and if you can dodge those chests...
There was our Baigan in the Baronin. I didn't mean to cut you off there, Neil. I'm sorry.
No, I did not catch that at all. Disappointing, but good to know where it is.
Yeah, chilling with Edward in the Baronin, so we do know where one objective is, as you said, McBain doing the Eblin Castle.
And that item shop in Baron, cabins, silk webs, and life potions. Ooh.
Everything that you need for, you know, the cost of 5 rune rings.
Yeah, and like that's pretty much everything you need out of an item shop on the overworld. Like there's really no need to check anything else up here. Armor shops you might want to check if you're in dire need of a cursed ring, but other than that, for the item shops, you're done here on the overworld.
Yeah, and McBain just pulled a power shirt out of one of those chests and a life staff.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Yeah, so McBain's going to be swinging hard with this Great Bow Charm Arrow combo, and we will see where he decides to route. Sylverfyre, meanwhile, they are heading into Castle Dempsey and going to raise the hovercraft.
McBain is going to do Fabool. Easy call here. Should be no problem taking out almost any boss here.
And McBain hasn't gone to Baron yet. We'll probably get there eventually to see that Baigen. Sylverfyre knows that it's there, so they will be saving that for later, as we got Magus Sisters and a DKC on Hobbs.
Don't love it, don't hate it. This is a good boss to get out of the way on an easy spot.
Yeah, the Sids don't benefit all that much from the XP, and the Dark Knight Cecil doesn't either. I would almost be willing to wait and do this until after you complete Ordeals.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like this is going to take much time. There's not a lot of hit points at this spot, and split up over 3 targets means they drop pretty easy.
Sylverfyre looted down in the Damsian basement. I didn't catch what half of those were, but yeah, Damsian, not the greatest loot spot, but still can pull some decent items. We've seen some tier 5s show up in there.
Yeah, I know it's fallen out of fashion lately. I do still like the distribution you get out of there. You can get some decent early weapons for your melee characters. You could also have a decent chance of getting a J item or 2, which can make a ton of difference on that, like the Antlion check or the Fabool.
Yeah, and Sylverfyre showed us that was some Baron guards just sitting in the waterfall, so we're not going to find Octomammoth in the vanilla spot.
Well, that's not a boss you want to see in a spot you don't want to kill, but what can you do there, really?
Yeah, if you're new to Free Enterprise, there are a few bosses out there from the vanilla game that aren't necessarily bosses. We're talking these Baron guards, the officer fight, Dark Imps, that we can use certain J items to make it really easy. We want to see those later so we can get some really good XP out of them, not in these early checks.
Yeah, like it, you could wipe the floor with them trivially there, or more likely here, just not even bother, because there's no benefit to actually fighting that spot if there's no reason to.
Yeah, McBain doing some more looting here in Antlion. With having hit the Eblan Castle, I would have tended to... Ooh, never mind. Found a tiara. Just made me eat my words as I was saying them.
I mean, he left Eblan pretty quick, which I think was a good call. You don't really want to waste too much time there. But... And you can get, as we saw, some decent items out of that Antlion.
Leviathan here at the bottom, though, not going to be too much of a threat. The magic here, not that bad. It only has about 1,000 HP. These Sids will make pretty good work of it.
Yeah, that's fine. Leviathan is a pretty middling boss to find pretty much anywhere, and a magma key.
Oh, and Sylverfyre's fading that Antlion, too, heading over to Fabool first.
Oh. Like, I am not big into the whole always fade Fabool thing, but really, if you could reasonably get a magma key and you could do a Sheila 1 check before your first trip to Fabool, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, but Sylverfyre doesn't know that there's a magma key waiting in Antlion for him. They'll get there eventually.
Yeah, they will.
And we'll see if McBain follows suit with Sylverfyre, or does he take a quick dive into the underground?
Yeah, I know we're diving there. Looks like, Stopping to check that item shop, he still has not seen that what Barret has to offer, but does find illusions.
It's like all of our bosses are purple. You realize that, right? We have, Leviathan in the Antline, we have Magus Sisters on Hobbs, and we have a Mylon and friends here in Fabul.
It's because purple's the best color.
It is a great color, and we have a purple Sid.
We do.
And Phineas, as our tracker, we know that you were sharp-eyed and you noticed that Bigan is red, but for right now, he's purple. With a purple Edward.
And still making swift work of this Mylon. Shouldn't take too long to get through there. And right now, they don't know it, but they're hoping for anything but a hook for this.
Yep, and as McBain is dropping the key, gonna go underground. I do want to do a quick shout out. Mentioned just a second ago, we do have our tracker, Judge and Phineas, lighting everything up for as we find things, and to our restreamer, Gambit 017, making sure everything looks great. Please give a good follow to them, making it look good, and to my co-commentator Neon Gray, so we can keep putting these shows on for you guys. As McBain making the play and starting an underground route here.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk. Oh, he's a real estate developer. Boo.
Some dwarves need some real estate.
I suppose.
I mean, look how much liquid hot magma is down there. You want to have the best view of it. Sylverfyre, on the other hand, rewarded with a tower key. That'll be pretty useful when they get to Antline and get underground. Meanwhile, McBain is going to give us some knowledge, going to give us a free check where the rat tail normally is and see who these Fey March bosses are. I like doing this play a little early myself just to get the knowledge of what I had to build up with. If there's a free fight, to know that for later once I have a party to kind of get that XP, because this is a good XP, good 20,000 or so XP here.
Yeah, like it's not often, but sometimes you just find, like, say, a Bahamut there, and it is free.
Yep, and a Zeus gauntlets too. That's some good loot in there by McBain.
Yeah. Oh, there's some hourglasses too. Very nice find. And thank you to Randomania for that raid, Randomania 3. If you have not checked out the race that was going on there, you should once this one's done. It was a great race when I saw that.
Yep, please, no spoils for that as well. You will get the bonk. For the people who want to go back and watch the VOD, keep the spoils to a 0 as we get to focus on McBain and Sylverfyre here. Sylverfyre is heading right back into Antline.
Oh, I kind of hate that.
Oof.
We had a Velvolus at Leviathan, who of course has her spin. Oh, and a free darkness crystal. Anyway, Velvalis at Leviathan, very punchy spot, and she's got some physical attacks in her rotation that's not nice. And the Dark Imps at Asura, not quite so bad because it doesn't hit so hard physically, and we do have hourglasses, but it's a very, very, very fast spot, so actually getting that off is something that's gonna have to wait for later.
But we do have a Cecil in the party, so that could make both of those fights actually very doable at lower levels with cover strats.
That's very true. We're gonna need some armor for him, though, and to get him promoted.
Yeah, we did just pick up a crystal helmet and a crystal shield, I believe. Halfway there.
Very, very true.
This is interesting by McBain. I am not one who likes to loot himself. There are just so many trap chests, but finding one of the trap chests right there on the first one, that can always pay out really well if you don't find a trap chest there, because this can have some really good loot, like Castle Evelyn level.
Yeah, like he seemed to like that sweep the first few chests of a dangerous area for good loot, because he did that in Evelyn. He did the top couple layers in Feymarch, and he did that here too. And it's a technique that can pay off really well.
Sylverfyre is going to be joining McBain underground, though, as it looks like McBain leaving or checking dwarf first.
Probably just a shop check, or maybe a face check on the boss at most. Now is not the time to fight that.
Yeah, not with 2 Sids and a Cecil. I like the idea of face checking this, though. You want to, again, get that knowledge, know what's going to be here for when you are ready to tackle the Dwarf Castle.
Yeah, but yeah, he is going to face check. And that is the other Mylon. So that's going to be Mylon Z. But, oh, he reset after buying those mute bells. He doesn't have those anymore.
Yeah, that's why I would have liked to reverse that action of check the boss and then do the shopping. But maybe he'll remember once he goes to use them and say, oh, I might need those.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not one to question McBain. I raced him a couple weeks ago, and he's one of the reasons I have 2 losses. So.
Oh yeah, like, he's a good runner, and that is an easy mistake to make. I mean, I think everybody has done the whole wrong order of operations on the shopping in Dwarf before.
Yep, and we're gonna get a couple of rechecks here. McBain doing Fabul, Sylverfyre doing the shopping, gonna head down into the Feymarch. So it's very possible our runners kind of converge with these divergent routes, probably on ordeals.
Yeah, that seems the most likely. I know Syl is not one to turn down a really powerful potential thing like a Cecil at these flags.
Yeah, the Sid's making short work of Mylon and friends.
Yeah. That's a big thing. I don't know McBain's team building so well. I know Syl does not like hybrid strats, so we're going to be looking for a focused party coming out of them.
Yeah, I am also a fan of having a focus party. I like being able to dedicate 2 Berserkers or 2 Mage Casters. Knowing that Val is in Leviathan, though, I would definitely hope I find some more physical fighters.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we've got a good start. I don't like a 2 Sid party long term, just because I like a faster party than that overall. Right now, we're gonna need some more oomph, no matter what. We have not yet seen that oomph, because all we've seen is we've found some oomph.
That's some oomph, and there's an Edward in the Baronet.
Yes, there is, and McBain has not been there yet. But frankly, I know that if I get a spoot off that check, and I have not been to Baron yet, I immediately go to Baron, because there's a decent chance you're gonna find an Edward there. And yep, that's exactly where he's going to miss first.
Yeah, he hasn't seen Edward in the Baronin yet, so he's doing these extra boss checks just to see what he can find.
Yeah, that's just a case there where it's like, well, this could be it, and I have to go there anyway, so now is the time to check and see if there's an Edward.
Just an evil Yang in the Mist Cave, gonna reset out.
That's another disappointing boss to find in a free spot, because, again, that is another boss who can be completely negated. Once Cecil has become a paladin, After Yang has done 2 kicks, Cecil can insta-kill him with a single physical attack. And so seeing him out of the way right there that's disappointing.
Yeah, and McBain is doing this check, gonna see if he can get through this Baigen fight. Does have a blizzard. Might want to save that.
Yeah, there's not enough hit points here to want to spend a blizzard on. I actually think the Dark Wave here is a good call with the amount. Yeah, see, right off there.
Yeah, Dark Wave able to take these arms out. Not a big issue here. McBain is through the Baigen fight, and if he can get through the next fight, we'll have his first objective lit up.
That's a Dark Elf, that's... Let's see what kind of damage this does. That's fine, this is fine.
Yeah, magic not very high here. Probably won't have any issues with this fight until the dragon comes out.
Yeah, and there is Syl heading down to Sylph, so they are gonna get their Spoon 2 off that Sheila Wood. And they already know about that, Edward, so I expect they're gonna go pick him up right away.
Yeah, so where would you feel? I think Ordeals has got to be next for McBain after getting the Spoon Word. You know, so once you clear Ordeals, do you do that tower, try and get both, or do you maybe do Dwarf to see if you can get through those fights?
At that point, no Sirens to hand. I at that point I'm gonna go check the moon. Check the character, because we're still looking at shoring up this party. Check the shop for Sirens. Try and get a couple more levels on, just because the dwarf split can be dicey. But you do that, and then...
That pan kind of changes things, though.
Oh. Yeah, like, obviously you immediately follow up that pan.
Lots of trips underground, lots of crisscrossing the overworld from the hole to Fabul.
Yeah, like, this seed is just running us in circles so much. And I have to say, that is maybe my favorite shop, that Baron shop right there, that I've seen all tournaments.
Yeah, cabins, silkwebs, lives, everything that you want.
Yeah, like, that is an incredible shop right there.
I've checked every shop looking for lives before, and having it be right there in Baron is always nice.
Yeah, like, I have gone completely without cabins just because I never ran into cabins in a good shop somewhere. And then I had to go to the moon. What a move, okay.
And it looks like Sylverfyre is going to actually do the moon check first before going to Sheila 1 to get that spoon.
That seems fine to me. Like, because you are going to want to do that check just because the party situation is not great. And after doing the item shop sweeps as they have, you're going to want to check that one.
Yeah, it will be really interesting if Syl finds a foo up here, because that's going to make Mount Ordeals just go so much faster than McBain doing this, even with Spoonward.
Yeah, because, you know, if you are going Spoonward, it is incredibly powerful, but he does need some levels to get up online.
And probably that power shirt and that strength.
Oh, yeah.
Just a note in here, I believe McBain actually has a Zeus Rage, I think I saw, or at least a couple Thor Rages.
I think so? I want to say so.
If he does, he's not bothering with them. He is just going to say, party go burr, and hold A.
Oh, yeah. That Eddie's doing like 1100 a shot. Like, you don't need to do anything fancy here. Oh, Syl going up Ordeals too. Looks like they just lodged the whale, and nothing further yet.
Yep, gonna have a little slower time though without the spoon word and without another character. So we'll be playing a little bit of catch up to McBain as McBain is cutting things apart with that dull spoon.
Yeah, well, what can you do there?
So far, a pretty free ordeals though.
Yeah, this is fine. And I don't mean I don't even mean fine in the sense of the dog and the root on fire. I just mean it's fine.
Like the true meaning of fine and not the mean meaning? I haven't heard that in such a long time.
It's something we used to say in the before times.
Ah, the before times.
So long ago.
Our restreamer game is saying, saving all the rude things for later.
I mean, that's very possible. I thought Octomam is still out there. That Octomam has the potential to be very, very mean.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't even hope for Octomam to be on the Giant now, because then you can just skip it. So now we need Octomam at that Ribbon Room or Pogo. Holding a key item.
Yeah, so Crystal Sword. Oh. Cave Bahamut. Because Syl will check Crystal Sword. Cave Bahamut. Octomam. Holding the hook.
That could be good.
Oh, and a Mom Bomb in the Crystal Room. Oh. That is so mean.
You hate to see it.
Dishmu in chat raising a very good point that Octomam could be on Giant if D-Mist is on Giant, and also holding Pink, Hook, or Adamant.
That is a very good point.
Or Twin Harp.
And we have not seen the D-Mist yet. Could be lurking out anywhere.
The Dream is still alive.
Haven't seen any of the Lunar Sparkles yet either.
Yeah, and I mean, some of them aren't that bad, but there are some nasty, nasty ones there.
There's a good pop time for that Blizzard.
Yeah, that was very clean, very nice.
Yeah, I'd like to see maybe the Moon check, get that character, check K value to see who's in there. Right now, you want to get that 5th character just to kind of give this party a little bit more power than probably the pan checks. At least that's where I would be thinking.
Yeah, I'd just like to see a little more variance overall. Right now, they're pretty much just kind of chasing each other right now.
Yeah, McBain does, as Gava just pointed out, 7 key items already. A lot of these early checks paying off.
Yeah, that's true. Like, we have not had a dead check yet at all, have we?
Oh, McBain is actually going to go dive this Baron key right now.
Interesting. With that pan in hand? I mean, it is right here, so it is more expedient just in terms of map movement, so I can't, I don't have any issue with it on that sense.
Unfortunately, the best weapon for Cecil right now is the Legend Sword that we got as a starting item.
Gross.
Check the Baron shop. Could be an Ogre Axe.
There's an Ogre Axe in Fabul. But I don't know, not everybody checks that.
Sylverfyre, though, through the Mom Bomb, heading down the mountain. We will see where they decide to head to, if they're going to chase the Baron Key or head elsewhere.
Yeah, they still have that Sheila check to hand in. And, oh. They're gonna do... Yeah, it looks like they're gonna do Barret as a package, I think.
Baron was the pan.
Yes. So here's the question. If, upon getting that pin, do they leave and do that?
I would think yes, because Syl hasn't checked Sheila 1 yet.
Yeah.
That's gonna be 3 real quick checks.
Yeah, and I hope so. And I hope they do, you know, for their own party's sake, because, you know, right now there's not a lot of stopping power, because we don't have a good Cecil weapon yet. The bows are adequate on Sids, but they're fine.
Yeah, Syl's rocking a rune axe with that middle Sid.
Oh, that's very nice. That's not so bad then.
Through Vigan, gonna get this Dark Elf. Probably not gonna have any issues.
Yeah, and meanwhile McBain has cleared the Dark Knight Cecil. Doing another few checks for... Oh, a Moon Veil! Well, that just takes everything about us hoping for Optimam, being in a bad spot, and just kind of flushed it.
Yep.
For those who don't know, a Moon Veil, there are 2 items that give you the wall status in the game, the Star Veil and the Moon Veil. The Moon Veil also applies a status called Barrier, which just makes you straight up immune to physical attacks, and it... specifically the fight command. Ooh, that's a gauntlet on the throne.
It's a gauntlet.
But yeah, a Moon Veil will make you immune to physical attacks if you use it. And the Octomam, the only thing it does is physical attacks. You just slap that thing on Cecil, you wind him up, and that Octomam it's free no matter where it is now.
Yep, and looks like McBain gonna slog through, hoping that this alt gauntlet pays off. Sylverfyre leaving Baron. See if they will follow up the pan.
Going to the moon.
Possibly just for the character, seeing that we have the spoon word. Well, we don't. Syl doesn't know that it's a spoon word yet.
Yeah, I'll probably just do the character and shop check. Because, yeah, they do not know that there is a spoon waiting for them in Fabul.
Oh, what if that pan also uses a crystal sword?
Oh.
Tetsiega, the spoon is at Sheila 1. So once Sylverfyre starts turning in these pan checks, they will get the spoon.
Yeah, not much for sale in that Hummingway co-op. Just an Asura and a soft. Nothing he really wants, but...
Not what you want to see there at all.
Even if there were Iridia we'd encountered, even if we wanted to keep her alive, even... Asura isn't a thing you buy, it's a thing you hope to run into.
Now, did Sylverfyre pick up a couple of softs? We do have that valve down there. If you aren't going to jump on it, it's going to be constantly doing stones.
I don't think so, but I think that's also mitigable otherwise.
Do have a quack kid sitting on the lunar dais, so...
Not a big fan of that here. Like, you can get a lot of mileage out of Pelham even on these flag sets that don't really favor the mage comps. But, gonna take the chest.
Looking for the hair dryers. I think Syl does have hourglasses.
Yeah. There's Iridia and Baron. I don't think anybody really wants to see that. But yeah, we can very much get a lot of mileage out of Pelham if we get him early on these flag sets, but I don't like him long term. You have to level him up a lot to get to Nuke, which is his real endgame desirability. But doing this, we're gonna get him up and running. This should get him Quake, and this should solve a lot of damage output problems.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how many of these get life glitch from Sylverfyre. How many can they chew through with this spoon working? Oh, still doesn't have the spoon though.
Yeah, but we are keeping Eddie up, which is very in Zeus Gauntlet just from Barrett. Gonna see if he does a check afterwards. Like the Zeus Gauntlet is a very nice find, but it's not something you want to get out of spending so much time in Barrett.
Yeah, really hoping to find something in Odin Throne.
I like all of those items in that weapon shop. I don't like them for this party.
Yeah, that's not what you're looking for, unfortunately.
Now we are gonna go do the throne check, which is good.
I have forgotten this check a number of times. Every time I've forgotten it, it has bitten me. So I'm really glad that McBain is checking it so that he can at least know what's there.
Light sword, that is very good because, again, this Cecil has damage output issues.
Still is almost through the hair dryers. Got 2 of them down. Is getting life glitches out though too.
Very nice. Does seem like everybody's still alive, which, you know what, I think is fine. Like, for one, you are looking to make swaps on this party later on. Oh, and that is free on that Odin.
Ooh, that's a nice check for McBain right there. This is going to be a healthy infusion of XP.
Yeah, and just knock off that Rydia. Let her in. Very nice.
And we are running out of key items that aren't going to be objectives. So with the healthy dose of key items we got earlier, McBain could, depending on if we get something.
Yeah, like, this has been a very rich early game. And yeah, Paladin's up through Quake, so we got what we came for. Got an X-Cal out of the deal. Holy crap! And a Dragoon hat. Give that Cecil or a Sid some elemental protection.
That is a huge find for Syl. That is going to, once they complete the pan checks, that is going to be 2 heavy swinging hitters. Palom with Quake is going to make really short work of that alt gauntlet too.
Yeah. Like, that is just beautiful. And yeah, we're rearranging on that Sid. Preparing him for a nap time, I think.
Anchoring duties initiated.
And he won't even get to be that anchor for long because there's that Rydia waiting, who, at level 1, because they all have levels on them, is nothing but a crystal ring from that King Queen Emblem, but right now we're at still a stage of game where the levels from a spot like that are actually going to make a difference.
And honestly, I like the crystal ring on that Edward.
Oh yeah, like crystal ring, one of my favorite pieces of gear on that Edward. It does not get really strength gear, but you can stack agility so high, you can get your multipliers on him that way. Yeah, and as Pancras says, yeah, best in slot armor for him.
Now, I don't think McBain is going to take that hairdryer fight.
No, I don't think so.
So it could be a while before he starts having an X-Cal. Cecil is going to do the pan checks, though.
Yeah, and my best guess is that Syl's going to head that way, too. Just because that pan is looming. And Syl is going to be very happy to find that spoon once that finally gets done. Oh, we're just going to do Baron next. That is also fine. The spoon was from Shiloh 1. What do we got from the pan? What do we got from the pan? Oh, baby!
Ah!
Never punished. Wow.
I called it earlier.
You did.
Well, I said Sheila
Commentator's
too.
blessing.
But
It's in the Sheila set. You're fine.
yeah.
Yeah, just walk that over to go deal with that Mylon. Yeah.
Has a spoon word, has a crystal sword, just needs a white mage to berserk up as his party. McBain is going to be feeling really good about his team right now.
Yeah. Like you got a Sid that's easily hot swappable out. Like, you know, you get a Rosa here. Like ideally you get a Fu. But right now, if it breathes and can cast Berserk, you take it.
Yeah, and this was a Mylon. This is Mylon Z.
Yeah.
Like,
so yeah, and McBain knows it's Mylon Z because the Fabul had and friends, so he knows this is just gonna be a cakewalk.
yeah, unfortunately for Mylon Z, the Cecil says, "Here, meet my crystal sword."
Yeah. And that spoon is no slouch at this point either. Yeah, quad 9s right off the hop.
Is this seed just an embarrassment of riches at this point? Do we want to refer to it as such?
Damn, but what did you do? What did you do? Oh!
Oh, wow!
Oh my God, it's Rosa!
Well, the giant dream is dead.
No, this seed is over.
Fighting with the inventory boss, though.
Yeah, but I think after this point, you're done adding anything to your inventory that isn't the key item.
Yeah, this is McBain is real happy with his party right now. I wouldn't see him take anyone else, maybe a Fu for that Sid. Now, what is Luca gonna give us today, though, after we see the Ghost Hand, which is best hand?
Yes, Ghost Hand, best hand.
Sylverfyre, meanwhile, is working through the gauntlet. Does have the Quack Kid, does have Excal Cecil, making short work of it.
Oh yeah, easy peasy peasy. Oh, my heart.
Gambit, I'm gonna need you to roll more seeds for me if my race is here.
Yeah, Gambit. I mean, you know, can I slip you something and roll my next seed?
Newbie 404, the spoon is at Sheila 1. So Sylverfyre has not done those checks yet. Should hopefully do them soon with that pan burning a hole in their pocket.
Yeah, and especially with nothing direct yielding from the Baron checks. I'd be very happy to see that Rydia. No, don't get rid of Rydia. Don't get. Good. Oh, that's a pink tail.
Demas with
Value
the pink tail.
in dwarf.
Like, everything was good in dwarf. Had a Demas, had a Rosa. Demas led to the pink tail. Got an Avenger from Luca.
Gotta check that Sheila too. Damn it, I don't know what sweet words you said to that random number generator before this started, but I think it likes you. Look at the package from Sheila. But we've already got our value for there.
Yeah, still could be a Foo. I might go through the package cutscene for that, but probably not anybody else.
Yeah, and honestly, I think just after getting that Rosa and that Avenger, I'm not sure I even bother at this point. That's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, and McBain is sitting at 9 key items, has a Dark Imps fight waiting in the Fey March should he choose, or has the Tower Key to knock out both of those checks.
Yeah, I think my choice next is Tower, but the fact that the Dark Imps are now at a point where it should be free enough, take that out, and then that Val is just, well, if that's important, I'm losing.
Yeah, McBain's going to check the waterfall here, going to find guards. Sylverfyre knocking the Rydia down, keeping the Edward. And we are 2, 3, we are still 3 items from go mode and bosses.
Yeah, so like there's still work to be done on this scene, but boy howdy, do we have the tools to do that work.
Still is just eating these one roll fire 1s and fire 2s. Tetsiega, we have not found any sirens yet. No, I don't believe McBain reset out of that yet. McBain does have a package. He walked that out because somebody did point out, or you did actually, Firebird, saying that he has 9 key items.
Yes.
Yeah, I would be with you there, Infinius. Get 10 key items and start hitting Moon. Crystal Avenger Cecil is going to make short work of just about anything that's up there.
Yeah, Moon is a very good option right now once you've got that set up. Very nice to see that evil wall out at the pool. Antlion at the top of the tower is... Sil, go talk to Sheila. Go get your spoon. Go get your spoon. Just remembered.
Yep. Gonna get this crystal sword. It might be interesting to see if Sil does a tower first.
Yeah, I mean, either way, like, you know, there's only the package for key items on this, so none of this is strictly necessary, but, you know, with the spoon and the crystal sword on this is an incredibly desirable check to make. I don't really love the antlion at this particular spot, on top of the tower. The top of the tower spot is exceptional in no stat except for hit points. So a boss like that, like Antlion here, is just annoying.
Yeah, and gonna counter every physical attack that we have. Gonna also punch mildly hard, but now that we've got, you know, cover Cecil going.
Yeah, and like, as you can see here, the counterattacks are not that hard, but they're hard enough where you have to actually do something about them eventually.
Now switching to Crystal Avenger.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, this is a low magic spot. These counters, not doing a lot. I learned recently that counter is a spell, though.
That's interesting. I was never actually sure which it was.
Yeah, it's magic power based.
Yeah, looks like Sil dropping a save right in front of the tower in case it doesn't pay off.
That was adamant for McBain.
Adamant. your question is here, do they keep that spoon and package? I assume so, just because it is 2 key items no matter what. Yeah, they're keeping that.
And immediately throws it on Edward.
Yeah.
Goes from a necky bard to a spoon-wielding bard.
Yeah, they must be absolutely thrilled. And yeah, crystal ring there. Again, there's our Octomam in the tower group. Holy crap! Going from 1 to like.
Oh,
if this is the hook
or the harp.
Oh wow. Gambit, what did you say to the RNG? What did you say to the RNG?
Yeah, still beelining right back to the underground. Not surprising there. I believe they were gunning for Babel and gonna find the value.
Yeah, hot on McBain's heels here.
If this ends up giving McBain go mode, this is gonna just come down to efficient grinding.
Yeah, which is very interesting because we haven't seen sirens yet. If this is Hook, they could be an Emlan, and that could be relevant.
Oh, and Phineas does have a good point. Syl has not gone to dwarfs and doesn't have that Rosa.
Oh, right. So tower here, I think, is the correct play for them to be making, but after that, like, no matter how this turns out, I would want to head dwarf after.
Well, it still needs dwarf for Demas.
Oh, Earth Crystal. Gonna check that.
Tetsiega, we did check the moon shop. That was an Asura summon and some salts, so no sirens up there.
Yeah, we have not located sirens anywhere. If they are available for purchase in this seed, they are at Emlan. It's like we're gonna go for those dark imps on McBain's side.
Yeah, and probably does have the tools now that you got Crystal Venture. We'll probably be able to take that vow as well.
Yeah, that Vel should drop pretty easy now.
Just punches, just weeks. Gonna pop an hourglass. I think the hourglasses are for sale here if McBain didn't buy them earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as Infidious is pointing out, can just Moonveil, and if it doesn't pay off, you reset, get your Moonveil back.
Yeah, and like, with that Octomam out of the way, we know it is completely safe to use that Moonveil here.
Zentor, that is an interesting question. There's a number of options for our group. We don't have sirens. You could just do moon bosses with 10 key items. By the time both of our runners decide to tackle them, that's a lot of XP that way. You could also do trap chests on Lunar Subterrane and get a ton of XP there as well. So there are a lot of options for XP.
Yeah, like there is a floor, I believe it's right outside the Pink Puff room, that one, I don't remember the numbers, where you get a decent chance of getting gold dragons as well. Top floor of the Lunar Subterrane, you can just turn encounters on and get Warlock carry combos.
And Crystal Venture is chopping these dark imps up.
Oh yeah. Getting those life glitches off, easy peasy.
Trying to get them off easy. Crystal Venture is very angry. Still, meanwhile, through the antlion, gonna probably hit that tower key, get the Octomam fight.
Get the adamant. The sand ruby, eh.
Could be good if that's maybe a Duke Rosa or a Fu. That would really benefit Syl if they go to the Fey March before Dwarf. Not gonna bother with that Vow though.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That fight's still a pain in the butt, even with the offense to deal with it. I think the most important decision anyone can make in a scene is to look at something and go, well, I'm not gonna fight that.
McBain is actually gonna do Zot. I don't know if I like the Zot play here. And it's a long check. You've already spent a lot of time in Baron and Dwarf Castle. They are also 2 longer checks. You have your party. You have the ability to just start clearing the moon. I would almost want to go for the moon since you only need 1 of 2 items.
Yeah, like, I am fonder of Zot than most, but I don't see a great reason to do it here. Like, we are happy with our party. And this is a long hike. We're not looking for anything in particular here. That said, I can understand wanting to not leave this loose end hanging. And to take this as a check that somebody else, you know, in the hope that this is a check that only you would make.
Yeah, I think for this to really pay out, this has to have Harp into Hook.
Yeah.
Or Hook with Rat tailgating the Harp.
Yeah. I get the play. I'm just not sure it's the mathematically correct one.
Jason Ellis, we did see Demas. That was in Dwarf Castle, the second boss. Though. We're about to see it on McBain's side as he completes the Tower of Zot. Still's gonna go turn in the Legend Inanimate Sword, get that objective knocked out.
Well, we see a sparkle in front of the at the Mega Sister spot. It's just pale dim, nobody cares.
Yeah, the easiest of the lunar sparkles just is gonna, you know, reflect or counter with slow on physical hits. Will counter some summons with Quake, but you just don't summon on it against.
Yeah, we're not at any risk of that.
Sid's gonna whip the Artemis arrows and say hello to three people who just want to chunk your health away.
He didn't even get to try.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I think, especially McBain's position, where one key item will do it, I beeline for Ribbon Spot. Still looks like they're gonna do Dwarf.
Yeah, this is a good play for Syl. Gonna get the Demas, gonna get that Rosa.
So Syl very much wants this soft play to not. Oh, that's a fool.
I think you take the Foo. I think you take it instead of the Sid, unless you're planning to get Sid the amount of strength that he needs to be a contributor for Z as a Berserker. Which he absolutely can if you, with that Artemis bow, or wait, no, sorry, that was a different scene. Which he absolutely can with the Rune Axe that Sylverfyre has, but that's
forget that. I just dropped the Sid and take another Cecil.
Yep.
I leave the Foo. And Foo is not going to bring any particular benefit to this party. If I had a Cursed Ring to hand, I would swap the Rydia for Foo, which looks like it did here. Because Cursed Foo is, of course, a lovely anchor, just not without a curse. I don't think we've found a Cursed Ring yet.
I mean, honestly, Foo at 20 agility is not that bad.
It's not great. I'm more fine with the 20 agility Foo anchor than a lot of people are. But there's very good reasons why people go at that.
I think with Spoonward and Double Crystal Sword Cecil, 20 agility is going to be fine.
Yeah, I think you're fine. So yeah, perfectly valid play there, and especially too for the endgame play against Aromas. That's where you do the Avenger swap, then you give your second Cecil that Crystal Sword if you don't find another one. So you're actually doing it with 2 crystal swords. You don't even care about the Excalibur at that point. I mean, you do beforehand.
Yeah, so now the question's going to be, does Syl do Earth Crystal? Does Syl do Zot, or will Syl go Feymarch or Moon?
Yeah, like, I think the quote-unquote best play here is Moon. But best, when you got a random number generator behind it, is not always, the correct thing.
I mean, I tried to out-rando the randomizer once, and it did not go well for me at all. Here's the rat tail. No
Still
hook.
no hook, so that's very good for Syl. And that does put 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11. McBain is at 11.
Yeah, and Syl's at 10 as well.
Yeah.
Jason Ellis, neither runner has taken down the Val at the Leviathan spot.
Yeah, I don't anticipate seeing anybody happen unless they chased out a lot.
You're fine. Ask away. There is no bad questions if you want to stay caught up on things. What is in our Coco shop today? Couple apples, though. You might need that if you want to low level this.
Yeah. Like, for the party that's been set up here, all you need on Eddie is enough to get him through 1 nerf Big Bang. You will not see a second.
Yep, as Sylverfyre making a play to the moon.
Yeah, like this is straight up, like, as the numbers roll, it's the correct play. The real question is that rat tail value? But
yeah.
It can't be, because we're just looking for a hook for go mode on him.
Yep, hook or harp for go mode for both runners.
Yeah, so if that rat tail leads to harp, then there's an issue, but I think, but yeah, I think that, that rat tail is not a particularly exciting find.
Yeah, so chat is discussing who would be ahead right now. It's really tough because this is now a 50-50 check. Do you top down the moon looking for 1 key item? Ooh, there's a Stardust Rod. Do you bottom up the moon trying to get the density? It's you can argue either way at this point. You only need 1 of 2 key items. Boss hunts are off the table.
Syl, I think, is inclined to check middle out, much like Deboreen. They're big into the Crystal Altar first. So I think we're gonna see that.
What will be interesting as we're getting trap chests for Syl, what will be interesting to see is if McBain checks Value Cave and finds value as Syl finds the other item.
Yeah.
And Syl is also taking trap chests, so getting some grinding out of the way. Has comparable experience to McBain too.
Yeah, like, and I do not hate these checks here, because we don't have a good, like, we don't have an easy grind. Bahamut there didn't even take that, because...
Yeah, that really is not gonna...
Yeah, that was not the purpose of the exercise. Yeah, so you don't see this too often, but I do like the trap chest grind here. This should be sufficient XP.
Oh yeah, if you can get one of the life glitches off on one of these dragons.
You cannot life glitch them, they've got the boss bet.
Huh. Did not know that.
Yeah.
I believe Edward has the crystal ring on both parties.
Yeah.
Base.
Yeah, Cecil, I think, has dragoon hats, and yeah, McBain not even entertaining that pelham. Okay, Rosa has the crystal ring now. Also valid for agility rearrangement, because you do want Rosa taking that turn early just to get that berserk off on Eddie, who is flat as a pancake now.
This might not be good. This is a tough fight to try and come back with.
Yeah, and Rose is out of MP.
Yeah, Rosa hopefully will be able to stay up and keep the party going, but needs to get some XP on her as McBain is doing top down.
Yeah, like this has to be the last chest that's checked. Ooh. Yeah, using that elixir on Rosa, that should be all that's needed for the recovery there.
Yep. And if you're not aware of this fight, you don't want to just hope that Cecil takes one dragon out, because that will start having them use their laser attack, which is not fun to deal with.
Yeah, the skill known in later Final Fantasy as Atomic Ray, it hurts.
And one dragon is down.
Gotta make this kill quick.
Meanwhile, McBain does have one Cecil on the ground, has the Rosa on the ground too. But a Crystal Avenger Cecil going.
And that gets Rosa Cure 4 and another Excalibur. Which I hope... I'm thinking that was all it was being gone for there, the Cure 4 on the Rosa.
I mean, all of the Holy Swords. I think that's the third Excalibur.
So many Excaliburs. It's like there's a factory somewhere.
Or a shop making
What kind of shop would have Excalibur?
a fairly expensive one that requires you to bring an old sword and a new rock.
Yeah. Let's see, I think they're gonna go left here. Another chest? Or is it just a behemoth? That's fine.
Yeah, this is a good check, especially if Sylverfyre's wanting to get that Edward back up.
Yeah, which, if they are, I'm wondering why they weren't res between fights.
Oh, and we will see where McBain goes.
Oh, too many boxes, Syl. Too many boxes. Unleash your inner Demarine.
Looks like Syl is probably heading to the Ribbon Room.
Yeah.
Looking for one key item. So, has the levels too. Don't know where McBain is at with his levels. I do know that he is lower, but won't need as many levels too.
Yeah, like they're, you know, the actual boss fights will yield plenty for both of these, for both of our runners here.
Immediately beeline to that Ribbon Room.
Yeah.
Just a plague.
Yeah, that's fine. We got an Avenger on a vessel.
Yeah, this is gonna be 0-0 counts, and
Yeah, just let those boys go burr.
yeah. So again, this is gonna come down to if the Ribbon Room doesn't have anything. It'll come down to what order do you take these bosses? Do you like to do the White Spear first? Do you like to do the Masamune Altar first?
Yeah, and I think, you know, in this situation where, you know, we're one key item away from go mode, no more boss hunts, you know, you have to go Ribbon first.
Yeah, the only thing that right now that we as chat should be willing and hoping for is Luca Key into Hook, or that Val into Luca Key into Hook.
Yeah.
With
And a
Rat
wyvern.
Tail.
And a wyvern at that Luca.
And Rat Tail has the harp.
Well, that's Kane's closet. I don't know what it's doing here, but
just leaving Pointy Six around.
and that was a vanilla reward for Plague. Ew, Cecil with that Avenger still on. That's fine, but it's not ideal.
Oh, Seal actually reset out of the ribbon room too.
I think that's fine. There is enough XP that this will just make that up, no problem. Like it hurts to lose the XP, but it's not really needed here.
Yeah, that's 200,000 XP though. That's a chunk of XP I wouldn't have liked to reset out of.
Yeah, I mean you don't want to, but it's fine. This is fine.
Okay, I think that this is fine. It's definitely the dog in the fire room.
This is fine. This is fine in the manner of the.
Yeah, 8 levels, 18 levels. McBain just did his grind.
Yeah. Like moon checks are a perfectly good grind.
Got the wall up. Let the Cecil go burr. Put the rune axe on Sid and let him chunk away too.
Yeah, like here, we do a lot of fancy stuff, like reflect star veils onto her for extra duration, but she's not gonna last long enough for that to be a real concern.
Man, I really want that Val to have the Lucky Key now. It leads into Hook and it leads into Rat and Harp.
Board face AI really going for that, Eddie.
Did you notice how lucky McBain's Edward is, though?
He's the luckiest boy in the world. But down she goes. Poor Natara on the floor.
Oh, the
Luca Key. Oh, that's why that's why Syl isn't really caring too much about levels. It's there because there's apples in Kakol.
Yeah, it just needs to get some health. I honestly forgot there was apples in it.
Yes, thank you, Pancrez, for reminding that. Yeah, there's apples in Kakol. This is fine. Like in a perfect world, you want him to be up, but nah, it's not a big deal.
So we've got Cave Value, we have the Masamune Altar, we have the Crystal Sword Altar, and Valvalis, and now Lucky Key.
These are some checks, all right.
And honestly, we're at an hour 9 minutes, and for pretty much a full clear. I mean, granted, Gambit gave our runners all the tools that they could ever want, but still, a very excellent time for these runners as we're greeted with Rubicante.
Oh, the single worst spot for the full leg.
Yeah,
and,
very punchy, very magic-y.
And Cecil goes in with an Avenger on.
Yeah, not what you like to see there.
Are we going back or are we skipping leg day? We are going back.
I think you have to. You're one item away. You cannot skip a check.
Yeah,
right
you
now
cannot
when
skip
you're on the
leg
move.
day. Both runners here, both going in.
This is going to be interesting to see how our runners handle it, because both runners really reliant on the Berserk strat. So we're going to see a lot of Fire 2 counters.
Still swapping that Avenger on. I would really be inclined to not, I love my berserkers, but this is a job for careful manual attacks.
Yeah, and unfortunately, though, I mean, the Fire 2's coming out for, decent chunks of damage, but you want to get as many actions in before that glare comes out, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fu's just going to mostly be healing duty here. I would not try to be throwing ices out or anything, or nukes. Just keep people swinging.
Yeah, just keep everybody up.
Still throwing a Dragoon hat on to their Cecil.
Yeah, that elemental defense is gonna help a lot.
Trying to get the other Cecil up for McBain. Got Avengers on both sides. Oh, Rubicon lost now.
Oh, but he shall return. We haven't seen elements yet. And there's Twin Harp.
Oh, wow. That's why you don't skip it, ladies and gentlemen.
Never skip leg day.
Gonna see a quick exit, and McBain is just gonna be hoping that the next key item he gets is a pass.
Yeah, like that's really what you want here.
See if Sylverfyre gets through their Rubicante fight.
Yeah, this seems under control now.
Doing the swag well. This is good for McBain because if it is the pass, it doesn't matter. If it's not the pass, his ride to the moon is already there.
Yeah. And then you got a swag whale.
That's a good question, Magus Oscuro. If the harp gives the hook, do you check that rat tail for a pass? It's a lot of moving around, but it's a 3-minute walk.
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
I don't know if Syl reset out or I missed it.
I did not see either. Oh, I'm seeing they reset out. Oh, this had better be a hook for Syl. Calbreda, this is free.
Yeah, I think Syl does have it. There it is. There's that other hourglass. Rivers is saying that Rosa ran out of MP for the Rubicante fight.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
So if you're new to Free Enterprise, what we're about to witness is the harp check. One of the things that we do like to randomize is in the vanilla game, Edward will get out of his bed, start playing the harp, and will weaken the Dark Elf. We actually randomize that tune so that it's a tune from another game, another series, pop culture, whatever. Thanks to a couple of community members, mostly Calm Lamity. I believe Xenocat is also now contributing. So we will shush and see what Edward plays for us today. That is just a quick rendition, as those D-Lunars did not stand a chance with that crystal sword.
And just some Artemis arrows, which fine, but that does get him the crystal. Which means this is now his race to lose.
Yeah, while Sylverfyre went to the Crystal Sword altar, beat the dolls, got the pass, they still need a hook, and they are hoping that it is down here in the Luca Cave.
Yeah, and I mean, still very much still has a chance if they could get through this while McBain does that run. But this is gonna be dicey.
Yeah, and it'll depend on what other extra preparations McBain does too. If he needs some more items or anything like that, if he's gonna, look for anything, or if he's gonna go straight there.
Yeah, no, he's heading up. And yeah, as Becca Link says in chat, they've got enough that they could take the fight, no problem. So they're not going to have to grind if this is something of value. Which I think it pretty much has to be, just looking at the checks we've all done. Still taking a last trapdoor here, which I don't really agree with, but maybe wants a little more up on that Eddie.
Yeah, I mean, could just be looking at less apples that you need.
Yeah. Yeah, this is extremely likely to be
There's
the hook.
the hook!
Oh, I'm slightly behind them. There it is! We have a race!
And McBain is taking fights on the moon.
Oh baby. Oh, this is good. Let me just refresh here, because it does seem like I am about 10 seconds behind or so. There we go.
I'm sorry I spoiled anything.
And that is Elements. Should be no problem here whatsoever.
Not at all. This crystal sword's gonna chew through this.
Yeah. And at this point, you take this, you head out of here, you take that pink tail, and you run. You go at a dead run.
Yeah, do not stop at go. Do not collect $200. You go right through it.
Yeah. And that was quite the trick. See, that Rubicant said he would return. He didn't say whose screen he would return on.
You are absolutely right on that.
Wow.
McBain has turned encounters off. We'll see if he takes anything else on the way down. Oh my goodness, this is really interesting because Syl's taking another door.
Syl, you don't need these levels. You do not need these levels. You are fine. You are fine to see one big bang at these levels. So run!
Did have the counter on, so I had to run for a quick one. Alright, looks like Syl is heading out now. So we will be probably be having dueling Zeromus fights here shortly.
Yeah, gonna be tight. I think right now Syl is hoping for McBain for something to go horribly. What's going on in chat?
Oh, there's some weird flags being thrown up all over the place. You know, it's a very strange phenomenon going on. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it must be some new fad the kids are into these days.
And I am way too old for any kind of fad whatsoever.
Yeah, so how's your butt doing?
I mean, I'm sitting on it, so I still got that going for me.
Well, that's good. I think we're about to see another one, a different butt up here. I wonder what sort of butt it's gonna be.
I'm not sure, and I think the important question that chat really wants to know, though, is how cute is this butt?
I mean, I bet it could be really cute.
It might be.
There are some really cute butts in this room. Oh, Infidious putting out in chat, going to land Cecil on 28 agility. That was what that adjustment was.
That is some good heads up play by McBain, making
Yeah.
sure his agility situation was all
Oh,
set.
right, and Syl has the pass! Going right in.
So Syl's gonna be about 20 seconds, 30 seconds behind.
Oh, this is tight. This is really good.
Here we go. We have the crystal coming out. Oh man, just haven't seen how close this is right now with the divergent paths that we've had.
Yeah, and the bailing and oh, I think that's a perfectly cute butt.
There is nothing wrong with that bud.
Yes, this is the Kaiser Dragon from Final Fantasy VI, notoriously cut from the original game and re-added in the Game Boy Advance remake.
Yeah, it looks awfully familiar to Shinryu from FF5 too.
It's true, and 6, of course, you know, this was before the whole Shinryu thing was a real running trend, so it's not surprising that it wasn't in 6, but certainly the spiritual successor.
Yep, and here we go. We have Crystal Swords coming out. We've got Avengers coming out.
Syl also popping their crystal. Here we go. Right as the Big Bang goes,
Ooh, that
everybody's
was
still
really
up.
fast.
Yeah.
Not sure if the slows got out yet, or if they did, maybe only one.
Yeah, hard to say. We're getting our cure off. Getting our berserks off. I actually would not cure with that Rosa, if that were me, but I like to go a little bit dangerous on this.
I do not. Nothing gets me, like, you know, I'm not expecting to win every single Zeromus fight, but losing to Zeromus just, like, throws me completely off for some reason.
Oh, it is the worst, but the thing here is, with the Cecils, or the Cecil and the Cid here, and that Spoon Eddy, both of our runners are at a really great point, to juggle him through. Juggle him through his phases, so he shouldn't actually get another turn off before Medio, if Medio happens at all. McBain is in a better position just because the Cecils are better than the Cid, who is doing 400 damage. And we've got the nuke supplement coming from the Fu, which is also quite nice.
McBain has full burr mode going. Sylverfyre now has Sid going burr mode as well.
Yeah. Leaving Eddie down, not sure I agree with that, but Cecil's doing plenty of damage. Got a shake on Syl's side. Little bit of insurance on a tier 2 for that Rosa there. Seeing the rocks coming down.
He's got about 12,000 HP left.
And crack boom.
There it is. 11,000. Wow. GG's to McBain. He will move on to 3 and 2 with an official race time of 1 hour, 27 minutes, 50 seconds. And we'll see about getting him in here for an interview.
That sounds to be him joining us now. GG, Roger McBain.
How you feeling about this seat? It was.
Raise your volume on my end here.
Yeah, and our Restreamer Gambit gave you a whole lot of fun things to play with, as we just got the crack for Sylverfyre as well.
Yeah, that was very close.
Yeah, it looks like a 30-ish, 39-second difference.
Yeah, it's
Very
well done.
So take us through some of your early checks. Like you said, there was a lot of running around. You got that magma key. How are you feeling seeing that at Antlion? Is that something that's a little panic-inducing for you, or is that something that you usually just handle in stride?
I had a backup plan. I had a moon veil, so I'm just gonna see how it goes. And if it starts to go bad, I'm just gonna use my moon veil.
I mean, that's what moon veils are for.
Yeah.
Biggest panic button in the game.
Yeah, and then as you're making your way through your underground, then you find that darkness crystal. It does, you still got an Octoman fight. You hadn't checked Baron at that point either. Still checked that really early to see the Beigen there. So are you anticipating just something super jetty, or are you anticipating some rudeness of where to find these bosses then?
Yeah, I'm expecting both ways really, because everything's open. If you go the right side, and you're done. If you go wrong, you can go for a long time.
And as you were answering, we were also joined by the second place winner, Sylverfyre. GG's to you.
Hi, thank you, and GG to Roger Brain. That was a spicy one, I guess. At the end.
How you feeling there?
A little frustrated that I made the mistake of not swapping back my Avenger sword quite so many times.
Yeah, that's always the worst.
No, we've got both of you in here. You guys ran very excellent races, also very divergent paths too. You guys, both of you, were very efficient, yet not really following each other either. McBain cleared out the Fame Arch. Syl, you went to the moon and made that, did the hair dryers, which really paid off for you. It just so happened that
not really, because there was a crystal sword right there that I already technically had access to. I mostly did it for Quake.
Yeah, well, but I mean, that still got you through that gauntlet really nicely, so it wasn't nothing.
Yeah, so... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So you guys... sorry. McBain, you had the choice of going to the Fame Arch after the tower. I assumed the Dark Imps was kind of a reasoning for going down there. Did you have any thoughts of taking that Valvalis fight where you're there as well?
No, not really. It was a free fight. I wanted some XP just in case there was no sirens and I had something rude. Was kind of planning on going on the moon.
Yeah, you both right after the tower hit the moon, and that was my next question. We didn't have any sirens, so were you thinking? We saw Syl take a couple of trap chests. I'm a big fan of trap chest grinding myself, especially if you can get the item quick that you're looking for. You're gonna make those checks easier. McBain, you skipped the chests and you went right for bosses. Syl, can you walk us through how you're feeling about handling that grind and taking those chests?
Again, it would have been a lot smoother had I not forgotten to swap back to the crystal sword on a critical fight, which was the double red dragons.
Yeah.
It's not the best fight to have missing DPS on, and so it took a lot longer than it should have. It still went fine. The thing that I knew that I had was a crystal ring.
Yeah, I've had that double dragon fight go completely off the rails for me. You recovered from that very well. I was taking
the crystal ring and the two dragoon hats. So basically, nobody was gonna actually die to more. It would take several hits for anyone in my party to actually die. Other than Edward. I actually really regret ditching Palom and keeping Spoonward.
Oh, my heart. Oh.
Look, Spoonward's great and all, and I had faith in him. And then he didn't do anything all seed.
Yeah, unfortunately, your opponent did actually get the Spoonward a lot sooner. Had Eddie with a spoon as soon as he picked him up in Baron Inn.
I mean, I got the spoon basically before it would have ever mattered, before he ever swung his weapon, I think. But
yeah, but
he still didn't do anything. He didn't swing his weapon at things for lots of damage, and I was very disappointed in him. Cecil was too busy stealing the show.
See, that's the thing. It's Cecil who's a stage hog.
All right, so we have McBain. You've moved to 3 and 2. Sylverfyre, unfortunately, being at 2 and 3, you are eliminated. So, how are you feeling? Are you gonna play your match next week?
No, I've already dropped.
Oh. Well, you ran a great race tonight. I do always enjoy watching you play. I've commentated a couple of your matches before, especially in Highway to the 3 Miss. You've always run excellent races. McBain, how are you feeling going into next week with the needing to win to get in?
I feel great. I really love to race, so I really enjoy it. So yeah, I always go in thinking I'm gonna win. And then I don't, so it's fine.
Well, sometimes you do.
Yeah.
Well, Neon, that's all I have for our runners. Do you have anything else?
Well, I do have one very important question for Syl, and that is, how are you so cute?
Why? You just ask on the air.
In front of.
There's only 159 people.
They all think you're cute too. It's fine.
Putting me on the spot like this.
But no, I mean, it was a great watch, the both of you. I think we covered everything pretty well. Yeah, thank you both for running and just putting on such a great show.
Thank you, and good luck to the remainder of your tournament, McBain.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I look forward to watching this again. It was so close.
Oh, very close. And again, the divergent paths, you both had 2 different ways of go mode, so it was a very excellent race to watch back.
Yeah, it was a tense race to watch, back and forth, because you were really, you weren't chasing each other the whole way, but you were very close to each other, and it was a really, really good watch.
Thank you both again for volunteering to be restreamed. It's always a pleasure to see both of you race, and look forward to seeing more matches from both of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you both around again.
And on that note, that is the end of our race here tonight on Free Enterprise, but it is not going to be the end of Free Enterprise. Looks like we're going to be heading over to Ugblut, the orc, doing some casual flags, one of the newer community members. So give them some love, show them what the community is like.
Don't give them any spoilers.
No spoilers. Do want to thank Gambit for doing the restream. Thank Judge and Phineas for being the tracker, and to my co-commentator Neon Gray. As always, it is always a pleasure to work with you. I look forward to doing commentary with you even more.
Yes, thank you. You're, as always, absolutely great. Great to work with, and same goes for all the